Welcome to another Bean Outdoor product pick. This is June 2015 and we're very excited about the new lineup from Sitka Gear. They've come up with a whole new camo pattern, the Elevated Force 2, which many of you have heard about. Along with that, they have redid their whole whitetail line, adding a bunch of brand new pieces and then reinventing and redesigning some of the old pieces. So this is a very exciting year for Sitka with a new pattern and all these new designs. The Optifade Open Country pattern, the pattern stayed the same, but there are some new designs there. And what we're going to try to do over the next few weeks is bring you a video at a time of the different new series of Elevated Force 2 patterns that have come out. And so you got the Equinox, you got the Stratus, you got the Fanatic, the Incinerator, you got the Celsius line. And so this month, or this time, we're going to take a look at the Fanatic line. And what I'm going to try to do is take you completely through the whole Fanatic series. Many people that are familiar with Sitka in the past know of the Fanatic jacket and Fanatic bibs from the past. Now, Sitka has come out has revolutionized the Fanatic jacket and bibs, and we'll get into that in just a minute. They've come out with 4 new Fanatic pieces as well. So we're going to take a look at each one of those. The first piece, we're going to start at the top and just work our way down. It is the Fanatic beanie. And I'll come in here kind of close so you can take a look at this pattern here. This is the Elevated Force 2 pattern. Something that you're going to notice, and you've probably heard about Sitka this year, is that with the Fanatic series they went with a Berber fleece. Okay, and you can see this material here. It's a Berber fleece, very soft, very quiet material. This beanie runs about $79. If you notice, the whole beanie is Berber fleece, with the exception of the back. The back is Berber fleece too up here, but down here you have a polyester type material that we've seen from Sitka in the past. And what that is to give you some 4-way stretch and to give you more flexibility. So these are one size fit all, but so it fits better on your head there. This does have wind stopper in it, so it's going to block the wind. It also has Primaloft insulation in it as well. In the past, what I've normally wore is like a Stratus beanie, and when I felt like that was enough, I would jump over to the Incinerator muff, which I felt like was too much. This is a great answer for that in-between time. Most of us whitetail hunters, we're spending the majority of our time in the woods, or we're focusing in on those November days. Now, we'll hunt late season and some early season, I understand that, but where we really are in the woods the most is that month of November. And so this is a great blend, great new piece to add to the Fanatic line. So this is the Fanatic beanie. Alright, then they came out with the Fanatic gloves as well. These Fanatic, what I always did in the past, and you know, I try to just give my experience so that kind of helps guide people's thinking when you start making buying decisions. In the past, I've always wore the Traverse gloves because I felt like they were a good in-between glove, not too much insulation or not too bulky a glove, but just the right amount of glove material so that you could still handle your release and still you can still shoot with your gloves and feel comfortable. You don't have to worry about taking your gloves off. Okay. If you look at the inside of these gloves, they are that same type of material that the Traverse is. However, these are a little bit thicker than what we've seen in the past from the Traverse. And I'll slip these on. These are size medium gloves. Okay, and and these seem to fit me pretty good as far as a good fit. So you got the thumbless and fingerless here on your index finger, so you still have that dexterity for if you're shooting a gun or shooting your bow, you release, you still have that capability. And as you'll see with the Fanatic series, one of the things that's an invaluable asset to the Fanatic series is that hand pocket, that you can put your hands together and that you can keep your hands warm. And so you can wear the Traverse series or a lighter glove and just keep your hands together. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. And in the event that you get into colder weather where these may get chilled, you can always do the chemical warmers or something like that. But this is polyester on the outside. It also has some leather built in there as well to give it some more durability. But this is the Fanatic glove. Is going to be a great addition to the Fanatic jacket. You know, they're thin enough that you still have that dexterity, like when you're climbing up your ladder and getting your tree stand, hooking on safety harnesses, putting on equipment, putting on releases that you can still mess with your cell phone. Another nice thing that I hate to mention, but a lot of us hunters do with our smartphones, whether it's business or pleasure or whatever it is, whatever you do on your smartphone's your business. But a lot of times we pull those smartphones out in the tree stand to pass the time, play games, answer emails, whatever. I end up working half the time when I'm in the tree stand, but because you have those fingers available, you can still use a smartphone and stuff like that. So those are a very nice feature with these. Thick enough to keep your hands from freezing, but thin enough to still give you dexterity and do all the things that you need to do. Okay, so there's two new pieces for the Fanatic line. The next piece is the Fanatic hoodie. The Fanatic hoodie, I would say, was built upon the Traverse series. The Fanatic hoodie is going to have a kangaroo pocket here where you can put your hands in the middle, put your hands together. It's also got a built-in face mask here. Okay, the material on the inside of this is a gridlock fleece, and I'll try to get in there close so you can see that. Okay, so that's a gridlock fleece, very good at trapping warmth. What I would do is probably wear like a core series or something like that early season, and as it starts to chill down, the Fanatic hoodie would be a good next layer. When you start getting those 50-degree temperatures, it'll make a great extra mid layer underneath your Fanatic series as well. This is a size large, okay, and as you see in the front, it zips way down, so you can easily slip this over. I'll put this one on. This is a size large, so then you can kind of get a feel of what the sizing is. Okay, for most of you, if you're familiar with me, I'm 6 foot, 170 pounds, and so you can kind of gauge what your sizing would be. So the zipper goes right up. You got your chest hand warmer pocket here. You got a chest pocket here that you can drop something in, maybe a wind puffer or something like that. Very, very small pocket there. And then you got your hood that you can put on to protect your neck or the back of your head, depending on the temperatures, if you got a little breeze blowing or something like that. And then you also have that extra face mask piece that you can just pull up that is part of this hood. Okay, and that's one of those things that you just you can pull over your head when you're slipping this on. Also, another feature is that the cuffs on this piece are folded down, and you can pull those down and give you some extra hand protection there, and in the event that it's very cold outside. So that's a cool feature of this Fanatic hoodie. Take this off, and we'll move to our next piece, which is the Fanatic light jacket. We've all been familiar with the Fanatic series over the last few years and come to love it. I really love the Fanatic series. I feel like it's the one-all, stop-all for November hunting. But this is the light jacket. Okay, the material on this jacket is going to be very, and I'll try to get in here close. It's very quiet. Okay, very soft. It's going to be very similar to the material that we've seen from the Fanatics in the past, but it's still different. Yeah, the old Fanatic jackets kind of had a polyester, but they were kind of like a fleece. I really don't know how to describe it per se, but all you guys know what I'm talking about. You get up against a tree, and this is more of like a synthetic brushed polyester type feel to it. When you look inside the jacket, you can see that it has the gridlock fleece. Okay, this is a thicker type fleece. All right, this is going to be a good warmth trapper. Something cool that I think they've done with the Fanatic series this year is that in the past, I've had some guys, now North Carolina, our temperatures don't really get very low considering what you northern guys and some northwest guys may get. And so I'll have some guys, they'll buy the Fanatic series and say, it's just not keeping me warm because of the extreme temperature. You also have to remember that everyone's hot and cold comfort level is different too. Some guys will tell me they can wear a Stratus set out in the 30s, and some guys say at 50 or 40 degrees, I'm starting to get cold. So everybody's different as far as that temperature comfort level, okay? But this, and let me talk about this jacket. So this jacket would be a good choice for mid-season, and also could be a second layer underneath the Fanatic jacket in the event that you just need something to like a warmth trapping type jacket, because that gridlock is going to do that. So this would be a good in-between piece. You could also take this and wear the Fanatic jacket with it in the stand, and then let's say it's 25 degrees that morning or 20 degrees or something, and you wear this, and then like midday gets up to 45, 50, you take off the big Fanatic jacket and you wear this, and you're still good to go for hunting. You still have all the pockets. The thing about the Fanatic set that we've all loved in the past is the pockets. You got your rangefinder pocket here. You still have the hammer pocket where you can put your hands together, the kangaroo pocket. It still has the diagonal zip. So it has all those features that we've come to know and love. And you also have the front pocket here. And this pocket has insulation in it to it, so it'll keep your hands warm. Put your smartphone there. That's typically what I do with that. Another cool thing, which I did not go over when I had it off, well, let me come back to that. This is a large jacket, so you can kind of see how it fits me. You draw on your bow, perfect fit. It's an athletic fit, athletic cut, so it is going to fit close to you, but at the same time not so tight that you don't have any flexibility or movement. Cool thing that they did this year with the Fanatic series is they incorporated in the back of the jacket the safety harness slot. All you guys know, we've been hunting for some time. I'm one that a lot of times I'll put my base layers on and I like to throw the safety harness on then, because I got a long walk to the stand. Okay, and when I get to the stand, I like to climb up in the stand and then put my jacket on or something like that. Okay. Well, what you can do, or what's been done in the past, is you take that safety harness off, which is highly dangerous, and because you're fumbling and everything else with it, and you're doing all that, and then trying to put your jacket on, and then put your safety harness back over top of it, or you run your safety harness just out the back of your coat, which aggravates you too. With this feature, you can get to the stand, and then when you get up and you can kind of sit down in your stand, you're secure, then you can unhook yourself, which I know is not the most recommended thing in the world, but you can unhook yourself, feed it through here, hook it back, and you have that comfort range of your jacket not pulling on. Keep in mind though, once it's through there, you have to kind of leave the jacket on. But I think that's a good feature. It's something that was needed, that hasn't been there in the past, and clothes that you know you're going to be wearing for the duration of the day, that's no big deal. Just run the safety harness through there. Then you'll have that tug, or it's pulling on something as you go. But this is the Fanatic light jacket. The Fanatic hoodie that I showed a while ago, I think it runs about $189, and I believe this is running about $289. Okay, so let's move on. This year they came out with the new bibs. This is the Fanatic bibs. These are size large. I'm not going to put these on just because it's 95 degrees out here today, and I'm trying to get this done, and I don't want to sweat too bad. But these are the Berber fleece. Okay, very similar to the material of the Fanatic beanie that we showed you a while ago. All right, some cool features of this. It's got wind stopper in it, so it's going to keep the wind off of you, keep you and keep you warm with Primaloft insulation. In the past, Fanatic series had 133 gram Primaloft in it. They have continued that through this 2015 lineup. The wind stopper is invaluable to keep that wind off of you. As all of us know, you can be sitting at 50 degrees and be comfortable, but if you got a little wind going, get a little wind chill, it can ruin the hunt very, very quickly. Another cool thing on the Fanatic series this year is they've kind of raised the bar on the bibs as far as the suspenders. These are a lot tougher suspenders than what they had in the past, a little more heavy duty. The bibs do have a dual zipper right here in the front, so you can just zip it right down, step right into them. No problem. I did try these on. These are size large. Size large fit me pretty well. I'm a 34 waist for those that are curious about that as far as sizing for them. Keep in mind too that with the Fanatic bibs and a lot of Sitka pants, all the inseams are 32, but you can order them in a size tall, in large and medium, large, and XL. So you can order them in tall as well, which is a 34-inch inseam. So if you're a bigger guy, taller, and you need that, then you have that option. They have big cargo pockets on the side, which we've seen in the past. You got a little side pocket here, another pocket here, and that is on both legs, so you have that option. You got a big zip that goes all the way up to the waist. Okay, let me get in here close so you can see this. So you got this big zip that goes all the way up to about the waist. So these are easily put on over your boots. If you got a long ways to go to get to your stand, you're worried about building up too much heat, and you may want to go up in your base layers, which I have some guys do that. You can easily get it in the stand, slip these on over your boots and everything, okay? Because that zipper does go all the way to the bottom, and you can unzip that, okay? So very easily you can slip these on over your boots. But this Fanatic bibs, the price on these has been raised slightly this year. These are $3.89 shipped to your door. All right, and the last piece, and probably the highest seller of the whole Fanatic line, is the Fanatic jacket. Okay, it is an elevated force 2 as well. Let's start off with the back. It has the safety harness slip here. I do like how Sitka, and it's always been like this, how all the pieces that Sitka Gear offers are very well thought out. Something that I think that's kind of cool is that if you notice, and it's on the other jacket as well, that there's a little flap here. Now it has a little Sitka emblem, but that flap comes up, okay? But that's your spot for your harness. If you think about it, let's say you're in a really cold climate and you got a lot of wind, that little space right there could really let in some cool, and it can also let some heat. By that little flap being there, it helps trap in the heat and keep cold from coming in. At the same time, if you get caught in snow or rain or anything like that, that can also be a port where water, rain, or whatever could just slip right in and get into your inside of your jacket. But that little flap, that kind of solves that problem. I think that's a very well thought out feature that they have on this jacket. This is the Berber fleece, so it's very soft, okay? Something with this jacket too, and with most things that we sell, after you wash them a time or two, a lot of times they'll quiet down even more. This has a wind stopper in it too, so it's going to keep the wind off of you. It has 133 gram Primaloft insulation in there. I think Sitka was one of the first companies that I can recall that came out with a jacket that had some insulation, had some wind stopper, and it's just like an all-around bow hunting jacket. There's some other jackets that have kind of come up over the last few years to kind of halfway compete with Sitka, but this jacket is your ultimate bow hunting jacket for November rut. But very easy to put on. It's got the side zip. Okay, it has the handcuffs to help keep this fleece out of the way, so it's not slipping down on your hand there. So it's keeping that out of your way, and you can slip it up if you got a release or something there. And we just saw the new gloves that go along with it. And if we zip the jacket up, you got that cross zip that we're all familiar with. You have your grunt tube pocket. Okay, here you have your rangefinder pocket, and we say a lot, well, the grunt tube pocket and the rangefinder pocket, those pockets are for that and work great for that. I've wore the Fanatic series, the Fanatic jacket and bibs, because this is the first year for these other pieces, but I've wore the Fanatic jacket, this design, for the last few years, and I've used the rangefinder pocket and I've used the grunt tube pocket, and I can tell you from experience they work great. You have your rangefinder lanyard around your neck, and you can just slip your hand in there with very little movement and range things right as you get in your stand. And then, you know, if you have an animal coming in you want to range, you can just slip it right in there and slip it right back in. And same thing with the grunt tube. You can pull it out a little bit, blow on it if you need to, which it kind of muffles the sound if it's in there, so you can pull it out and blow on it and stick it right back in. Those are great features. I know a lot of times you say, well, grunt tube pocket, rangefinder pocket, and you kind of maybe overlook those or think they're not as important or nobody really uses them, but they do work, have great functionality. Same thing with this. We have the kangaroo pocket in the front. You have this pocket in the very front where you can slip your smartphone or put your release in there. And then you can put your hands together inside the kangaroo pocket. I'll try to get up here close where you can see. That's what the inside of the kangaroo pocket looks like now. In the past, it had some insulation. I think it was just Primaloft in there, which was a great choice, and it worked when you hunt. But what I found is that this year with this fleece lining that I just showed you is more like an incinerator fleece. I mean, that's going to be super warm to put your hands together. And us as bow hunters know, if you guys just want to go gloveless, or if you're wearing the Fanatic gloves, that's really going to keep your hands warm. In the event that you're wearing thin gloves, or you're a no glove guy or whatever, what I've done in the past when it's been very cold, like just those times where it just wants to nip at the end of your fingers, like, I'll take one of those 99-cent, 50-cent chemical warmers from Walmart, slip that in the kangaroo pocket, and then I can always warm my hands. This is the Fanatic jacket. Fanatic jacket price now is $3.99. But this is the complete Fanatic series, so you have a whole line to pick from. What I feel like, if you have a early season base layer, and if you have an early season base layer and an early season pant, depending on what temperatures you hunt in, you can mix and match some of these Fanatic pieces and carry you throughout the rest of your season. You got the Fanatic jacket and bibs, which we're all familiar with, and that's going to be your late season. Then you got your Fanatic hoodie and your Fanatic light jacket that you can wear late, early season, mid-season, and you can also wear them as underlayers to these garments. And then you also have the Fanatic beanie, which I think is a great choice, and the gloves. But this is a complete Fanatic set. We have these in stock and ready to ship. Keep in mind that right now it's June 2015, that supplies of the Fanatic series is very limited. However, in mid to late August, more supplies will be replenished. But we have these items in stock. We do offer free shipping, and we'll be glad to help you any way we can. Our website is www.beanoutdoors.com. Our email address is Eric, E-R-I-C, @beanoutdoors.com. Our phone number is 336-564-2400. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll be notified when new videos come up about the other Sitka lineup. You can also check back on our website. If you have a question about anything, feel free to contact us. We are running some preseason specials, and we will be throughout the year, so always contact us if you have a item that you're after. We'll be glad to help you and the best we can. But we do offer free shipping, and that's anywhere in the lower 48 states. But we'll be glad to help you. Stay tuned as we come back in the next few weeks with the Stratus, the Celsius, and the new Equinox series, and try to take you through the whole 2015 Sitka gear lineup with the Elevated Force 2 pattern. Thanks for watching.